I see the match producing a lot of goals because I see pacey wingers, I see fast play, midfield, good right full back and left full back, wing back, doing their things in the best way. And I think the both of them are going to give themselves a run for their money.
US still have the quality, playing home advantage again, can also give them a nod ahead of Australia. But if they allow Australia to score them, I think what happened to Turkey might also happen to them.
Welcome back to Ultimate Soccer Show. Our topic today is the pre-match analysis between the United States of America and the Australian national team. I have with me, as usual, in the studio, Albert Israel, the Big Sense. Albert, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Chima Samuel, known as Chase Special, always maintaining his number 4 position. Chima, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Albert, United States of America versus Australia.
Yes, first and foremost, I think the both of them the both nations share almost the same weather and time zone, almost. So I think it's going to be a very, very lovely encounter, even given the fact that America has individual players that plays in better clubs in the world. But as well want to appreciate the fact that for a while now I've been following Australian League, the Perth Glory, they are Adelaide, and all of them.
Melbourne,
they have good competitive league in which most times if you don't stay awake, you can't even watch their games. But the first match in BC Stadium in Vancouver, they won Turkey. That is already a signal for a team like Australia winning a team like Turkey. In which most of their players plays in Europe elite football clubs. You understand? So they won Turkey 2-0. It shows surprises they can spring playing against a team like US. You know, sometimes individual brilliance is one side. Tactical play and your approach of the game is a different thing entirely. Then US on one side again won Paraguay at the Los Angeles Stadium by 4-1, which is a nice one as the host country. But at the end of the day, these two teams, when I watch the both of them, I think they are playing almost the same kind of football. High press, fast-paced, onslaught kind of football. So at the end of the day, I think the tactical approach will actually speak a lot of volumes. That in that match, before I forget, I see the match producing a lot of goals. Because I see pacey wingers, I see fast play, midfield, good right full back and left full back, wing back, doing their things in the best way. And I think the both of them are going to give themselves a run for their money. The US, as a North American side, is playing against an entire continent.
Yeah.
Australia.
That's the end of the world.
Yes, playing against Australia. So it's going to be a very good game. It's going to be a good game. So they share almost the same kind of weather, play almost the same kind of football. Aside individual brilliance, I think the coaches are going to do a lot of work from the dugout because I think at the end of the day, this must be a game of pride.
Okay, to you, who has the better personnel?
Yes, better personnel, individual better personnel. America, the US have better personnel than the Australian side.
Chima, your own view, United States of America versus the Australian national team.
Yes, you know, in every tournament, there are always surprises, you know.
Yeah.
And when you come to every tournament, it's not always as predicted because most times this is how the surprises start. You know, even from the first game, some teams that you feel like, okay, they just lost the first game, they will recover. Like play. Some of them don't recover. They end up planning for the next World Cup. You know, so it happens that for Australia to beat Turkey, it was a very big surprise to me. And it will look like, okay, Turkey, they have a good player.
They have players like Gula.
Yes, now that plays for Real Madrid. They have so many players. Shanogu there too. A whole lot of good players there that I can't remember. Now, you know, even one of their centre, I've forgotten his name. One
Shoyunku.
They have good players.
Good players.
Gonalolo that plays for I think Inter Milan or
Juventus. No, I think Juventus.
Gonalolo also.
Akan Chanoglu.
There's one that play for Leicester City too as well. So then, if Australia can beat Turkey, that means US should be very, very scared of them, you know, because this time around now, Australia, you know, the young guy too, the player that scored one of those goals, Nestor Irakunda, he scored at the 27 minutes in that game. You know, he created a record. He's a Watford attacker. He has scored, you know, he's one that scored the youngest player to score for Australia in the World Cup at 20 years. So then these guys are coming to this game with a whole lot of confidence, you know, because now if you play your first match, it gives you so much confidence, and when you win, it makes you want to believe that yes, I think we can do this. Now playing Australia, US again is a very big motivation for the Australian team. So US as well to winning their first game. So this game will determine who is going to have upper hand in qualifying from that group stage, because if US happens to win this match, automatically they are up to the next round
Yeah.
of the World Cup, then their
So
third
because
match
they
will
with
just
6
be a
points.
formality. But if they did not win, that is going to be very difficult. Australia also having 3 points will not come to just lose to US anyhow. So I'm seeing a draw game in this game. Yes, there might be goal, maybe 1-1, 2-2, but I'm not seeing Australia backing down easily like that, because this time around now things have changed. Yes, US might have beaten what is it called?
No, Paraguay.
Paraguay 4-1, but I'm not still seeing them as a fantastic squad right now. Australia beating Turkey, I feel whatsoever thing they did to beat Turkey,
they can still beat
they
US
can
at the
still
same-
beat US,
as
because
well.
I know I watched most Turkey's game coming to this World Cup. They did very well. They are a very good side, they are very attacking team. So if Turkey could not even score a goal against an Australian team, that means your Australian team, they are very, very organized and very good. But let us see what will happen in this game. But I believe US still have the quality. Playing home advantage again can also give them a nod ahead of Australia. But if they allow Australia to score them first, I think what happened to Turkey might also happen to them.
So are you saying that the US will be playing all their matches in the US?
Of course, they are the host country.
Will they travel? Okay.
No.
They
They
are
are
not
the host
traveling.
country. In fact,
So
even
that
the
means
World Cup games,
all host countries will
for
be
now,
playing.
when they get to now, most of the games will be played in US. So they are when some play in Mexico and Canada, they are shifting the rest to the US.
Okay. Albert, the Australian side has only produced, that's my own opinion, a notable striker, a player that we know as Mark Vidoka. That's the most notable player that I know.
Legendary Mark Viduka.
That Australia has produced. Do you think that US, with Australia producing players like that, this other team that came, they might have good players that who can be equated to Mark Vidoka that we don't know?
Yes, you see, every generation, for as far as I'm concerned, every generation has its potentials and qualities, given people that were born and became footballers at that particular point in time. Every nation of the world, every footballing nation of the world, don't forget, the footballers faced out of Brazil. They only have the name, but the footballers faced out, right? Even in Africa here, Nigeria, at some point, it faced out, but we're just trying to balance it, right? Ghana as well is just trying to balance it. So many countries, but one of the countries that have kept the ante going is Egypt, because Morocco was not there before, but Morocco is there now. But Egypt, they are perennial, you understand, country that have been producing players over and over. So Mark Viduka in that era is a legend. He showed himself. I remember Middlesbrough versus Sevilla.
Yeah, you know the
2000, is it 2005? 2005,
It was
in which they were dropped 5-0. Yeah, you understand. And he performed very well alongside Yakuba Egbeni, Massimo Macaroni, Mark Schwarzer was the goalkeeper then. I remember
Mark Schwarzer, the American.
Yes, you understand. So Mark Viduka, and okay, as a matter of fact, let me use Ronaldo Nazario Luis de Lima, the phenomenon, as an example. Since he left Brazilian team, nobody have fit in his shoes. Are you getting it? So since Rashidi Yekini left the Super Eagles, those people might have scored closer to him or thereabout, but his prolific instinct, nobody has gotten to that level. Now Mark Viduka too in Australia, nobody have gotten to that level. It is a level that he has gotten to, in which for somebody to get to that level, you have to play at that level he played. The continent or the area he played, the leagues he played, so that he can be able to measure up.
He was a pronounced
now
player.
Before Cristiano Ronaldo, Eusebio was seen as the best player of the entire history of
even Luis Figo.
Yes, Eusebio, Figo, and you understand. But Cristiano Ronaldo has been given the best player of Portuguese history for the past 100 years because of his heroics and performance over the years. You get what I'm trying to say? So no player in the Australian team have come close, not even near, come close to what Mark Viduka did, because he played very well in Europe, in England, the best league in the world. He played in the Premiership, played outside Premiership and all of that. So, but so far so good. When a generation leaves, the next generation that will be coming has to be tutored, has to be mentored. Though you may not have the right mix of players, but sometimes what is important in a team is discipline, cohesiveness, and a kind of a football philosophy. It can take them to the next level. A team like Holland has tried over the years. They have not gotten there, but individually we have a lot of players that have the brilliance. But Holland has never even gotten, you understand, they came close to winning the World Cup, but at the end of the day, they couldn't win it. Because even when the elite players were still there, they didn't go to that level. So Mark Viduka's level in Australia has not even come close to averagely. Are you getting it? So let them keep keeping up. What is important now for the Australian team is for them to play first as a team, then emerging potential will come up from there.
So what you are saying indirectly is that no player that can stink the US national team as Mark Vidoka?
No, that's why they are Australia. That's why they won 2-0 in their first game.
Okay.
So they have what it takes. But comparing any player and any striker now to Mark Viduka, none has come close.
Chima, which player do you think will make the difference in this game between United States and Australia?
I think Balogun will make a very big difference. Pulisic is still under probability because he sustained a little bit of injury, so he might play, might not play. So until the time of that game, we'll know if he's fit enough. But Balogun has been phenomenal because right from Monaco last season, I watched his game, even scoring fantastic goals against PSG, and then he took the form to this World Cup, scoring 2 goals in the first match. Balogun is a very, very good player that, whether tapping, whether from outside, anyhow, inside that 18-yard box, is a very dangerous player. So, and if Australia did not watch out for him, he might score more goals. Yeah. Then Pulisic, if Pulisic is playing, it's a very fantastic player. Pulisic, left and right foot, very good player, very good combination. He can create assists. He can play from the right side, from the left side, even from the up front there. So Pulisic is a very, very good addition. So I just hope he is declared fit before the game so that they can enjoy their game. His combination between Pulisic and Balogun is so phenomenal. The rest players are good, but I think Balogun and Pulisic might make a very big difference for US. Then Irakuda of Australia too, that scored the goal for this young guy, he's trying to make a name for himself, and I believe that urge to make that name also can push him to do something special, because in World Cup like this, some kind of players will start to make name from there. This is why he scored the World Cup. Some players coming from nowhere that we do not expect, just like they have started now, scoring first goal against Turkey. He might come up this game again, do another damage. From there, we begin to hear his name. Big club will begin to search for him. Where was he playing before? Before you know it, they have signed him to 1 or 2 bigger clubs. So for now, those are the players I know they can do wonders.
How about your prediction, please?
3-2.
3-2 in favor of US. 3 versus 2. Chima, your prediction?
2-2.
Chima say I like 2-2. Chima love 2-2.
He has joined my league.
I never predicted 2-2 before.
And my prediction is 2-1 in favor of United States of America. Yeah, sports fans, we have come to the end of this episode. The US will be hosting Australia national team. If they win, they will have 6 points, automatically qualifying to the next stage. If Australia wins, they will have 6 points too, automatically qualifying to the next stage. But if the both of them draw, they will have 4 points. Then what will determine their qualification will be the outcome of the game between Turkey and Paraguay. I will urge you fans, do the needful by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Thank you, as we call it, a quid.